They just leave them in the room. Yeah. It's like,
and she just left her. I was like, oh my gosh.
The lotion's over on the table. Yeah. Oh, by the way, you have to undress to give him a massage.
Yeah.
What?
I know. That was crazy. Yeah, and then like thinking that like, oh God, to be that age, bring one of your friends and like have them be like sexually assaulted, and then
what do you say to them the next day of school?
Sorry.
Hey, my bad. I got a lot of money. I'll split it with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like what? I wish they would have talked about that. Like what happened the next day.
Yeah, I think a lot of the times, like I think it's coming out more too. Like women don't necessarily know like that they're being sexually assaulted. I think like it kind of just happens, and you think, well, that's weird. You're like, oh, how strange, and then you just kind of move on. Like, what are you gonna do? Dwell? You know, you're like, oh, that sucked. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, I'm not bleeding, so what do I do? I'm just gonna move on. Like, so I think like you don't realize the like trauma that's happening in your head, and like, you know, so you just kind of bear it and you just kind of move on.
Do you think it's more of it's coming out now because people are more open to listening about it, or more people are just willing to talk about it?
I don't know. I think maybe a little bit like a bit of both, but also there's like, I think social media plays a good part. Mm-hmm. And I think, yeah, people are like, I think victims are finally like, I'm done being silent. Like upon further reflection, what happened to me is messed up. Like, I'm not going to sit here and just like bear my trauma anymore. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm going to do something about it, which I think is really cool. Because like, I know like definitely as a woman, like we've all like, I think we've all been in situations where you're like, that was really fucking weird. Like, that's not normal. I don't know. It's really strange. So I think like there's definitely like a culture of like, we're going to air out what happened to us. And, you know, we're not going to hold on to our traumas anymore. I think that's
there's a lot of good that comes with that.
Yeah, I think so.
It seems weird because it seems like that's the mentality of everything that's going on.
Yeah,
is we're going to air everything out.
Yeah.
We're going to put it all on the table.
Yeah.
Everything bad, everything not good. Yeah. We're just going to put it all out there.
Yeah, definitely. Because I think like I think like thinking as like a woman, like I couldn't report like a sexual assault. Like I feel like I wouldn't be comfortable reporting like sexual assault to like the police officers. They wouldn't do anything. Mm-hmm. And like I just would get dragged like on Lost Coast Outpost, and like you just know what would happen. And so I think that like you kind of take the power back. Like you're like, okay, well, this was a situation where I didn't have any power. This is how I'm going to get my power back, you know? So I think that's cool.
I wonder if that, like you said, comes from social media in the sense that like you have your own platform now.
Yeah, I think so. Like that's what it seems like the Me Too movement was like, kind of like a movement towards like, you know, I'm going to say what happened to me and I'm not going to keep it a secret anymore, because there's like a lot of shame I think that women carry. And I mean, any sexual assault survivor, like not necessarily just women, because like men can definitely experience sexual assault as well. So I think definitely like having that platform, like, yeah, to like reclaim your power is important.
Yeah, men definitely don't talk about that.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it happens.
There was a comedian that did a joke about sexual assault with men because there was some guy who like raped 50 men, mm-hmm. and he was cracking a joke about it, and he's like, oh, I can't remember how the joke went, but it was something like, oh, if he raped 50 men and 50 men came forward and talked about it, he must have raped like 600,000 men because what, 50 talked?
Yeah.
Like there must be millions of men that have been raped out there.
Yeah.
But it's weird. Well, that's just tricky territory to navigate.
It is tricky. Yeah, it is tricky. And I don't think it's definitely not like a gendered thing. Like I think, you know, bad things happen to everyone. But yeah, I for some reason, women are definitely like more vocal about it. I don't know if it happens more often or if it's like, you know, we're just not as afraid to like, because there's not like a stigma against us, like being able, like, because I think in culture, like in our culture, it's like women are like, you know, not as easily, like we can't protect ourselves as well, and we're not as strong, and yada, yada, yada. So like, it's like, I think like more, it's not like emasculating for us to be like, okay, well, this happened. And,
yeah. If a guy gets.
Yeah. If a guy gets sexual assault. Yeah. Like somebody, you can't like,
that's
exactly come out. Yeah.